What's up? It's Plumber J. So, I'm back out. It began after fixing that circulating line that was leaking the other day. I'm back at it, putting in a new B&G pump. This is the old one. You can tell that there's no ports to oil this thing up, and when they go, they go. You start to see warping right there. And you always swap these things out. You always want to replace. Some guys like to reuse the gaskets. I always swap it out with new gaskets. All right. Electrical on this is standard. You got your hot, your neutral, and then you got your ground right up over there. And then these two lines come pretty tight together. Always check your connections over here. This is for the Recirc motor as well, so I don't have to mess with that at all. And then over here, you'll see that there's a thermostatic Honeywell valve right there. Once this line gets to a certain degrees of hot water, that shuts off your circulator, so it doesn't constantly run all the time when it doesn't need to, which is pretty cool. And then these iso flanges are nice because they will pivot back and forth. So I'm going to sand that all down. I'm going to put the circulator in, tie it in, and then I'm going to show you guys how to turn it on so you don't get airlock in your circulators when you do. So this is my wiring. Got my neutral, got my hot, ground is over there. These two are all connected right here. I love how they always put the ground in the tough spot right there. But the one thing I kind of like about these pumps is that you got grooves right there, so that your gaskets can sit right inside one hand right there, so when you put it in there, they don't slip out. Some gaskets, like the older Tacos, would be a whole piece and they would slide down. You have to get the top bolts in first, bring them in, or you had to cut. Back in the day, you would get a square and you have to cut and drill for a gasket. And then these move, which is nice. So that's your typical 120 voltage, and do not turn this on to test it until you got water in it. All right, and I'm going to show you how to turn it on so you don't get airlock in here. Getting this cover is a little tricky. You have to set it on top, push these two tabs in, and there's like slide grooves right here. They go over, see right there? And then you gotta hold that down and then tighten your screw. That's why I'm doing it before I even mount it up. Alright, let's mount this pump. Alright, the circulator is in, nice and tight. Okay. Had to use 11/16 wrench. I ended up using a 16mm socket. These fit really well. I didn't need my S wrenches. Those are really good for obstruction, for holding back or something like that, but I didn't need them here. So to turn these on, my flow is going this way, circulating back into the heater. Okay. If you just open it real fast, you can get airlock in here. Okay. So what I do is this way. I turn on a little bit here. Turn on a little bit here. A little bit here. Just a tiny bit. Just crack them both open. What that's going to do is move just a little bit of air right through the system. I'm going to let that sit for about a few minutes, and then I'm going to turn it on all the way and then fire up the circulator. Check for leaks. Nothing. Nothing. With these flanges, it's either going to leak or it's not. And you do not need no dope, no silicone, no grease, nothing on those flanges, because they have the groove on the inside like I showed you before. Back open a little bit more, a little bit more. All right, there we go. That's it. Let's fire up and see how it sounds. Watch this one be busted. This has been on the shelf for 2 years. Those of you that wanted to know the brand, it's the PL30B booster that we're using as a circulator. Oh, check this out. So these are flex lines when you want to replace this, so they move a little bit. That's the support. You got a bolt and a rod holding this one up. This one's got nothing holding up. Actually, yeah, here we are. No, it's got nothing holding up. That's a valve. Man, commercial ingenuity. Oh, there you are again. Still not leaking. Thank you, Flex Seal. Management put Flex Seal on that pump last week because they don't want to replace it. Man. If I remember correctly, it's a phase 1 single pole. Yeah, 64. 1 phase, 20 amp. Hear a big difference in noise? Nice and quiet. These things won't make any noise whatsoever, these bronze pumps. You can feel it. Like, I don't have to pull the voltage, you can feel it running. So when this gets to a certain, the line gets a certain temperature, that will say, hey, shut off. So, yeah, my power comes down here, it goes through there, through here, and comes out here. So, that's it. That's your PL30B Elm gasket circulator pump. Thanks for watching. Oh, I never even saw it. That's the previous technician. Always tell the breaker. Always tell the next technician where the breaker is. Thanks. I completely missed that. I'll be honest. Oh man. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you want to share, comment, ask questions, let me know. And yeah. Alright. Cool. Thanks for watching.